Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and I certainly hope the life is treating you well and all is good and everything like that. This is one of these videos I'm just going to kind of stumble through, and I hope I can make sense. I'm more than likely going to be kind of mixing apples and oranges, but at the end of the video, I hope it'll all come together and make sense, okay? Right off the get-go, I'm going to call this video, I'm going to name this video, my YouTube channel Reboot Back to Sanity number 356. All my videos have a number after them. That's the number of the video as I make them in progression, in time, okay? Number one, my talking point number one is I gotta apologize to all my subscribers or anybody that's looking at this video, because the reason why I'm calling this a reboot is because I have slowly realized over the last X amount of months, or whatever have you, that I've gotten completely away from what I originally wanted to do here on YouTube, which was outdoor subjects, fishing, hiking, that kind of stuff. But the problem up here, I'm going to offer just a little bit of an excuse, ladies and gentlemen. The problem is up here in Montana, the weather can be very harsh at times. Here in Livingston, Montana, where I live, we get plagued routinely with 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 mile an hour winds. And I don't know how much experience you folks have had at videographing, video recording in high winds, but believe you me, it's tough, if not an impossibility, because of microphone share and all this other crap, okay? So sometimes I just can't get outside and do my outside stuff like I want to. But I'm going to be getting more back into my roots, my original dream or my original agenda. So I apologize for getting, off base, so to speak, okay? Number two, I had a video that made me want to reboot or rethink. It was called Premium Picture Slideshow. I didn't mean to say had. I have in my index a video called Premium Picture Slideshow with music number 348. And it was just a simple 5-minute slideshow with music to help my brother out, who's 2 years younger than me, because he's a professional photographer. I was showing off some of his pictures in a slide form. Well, two people, two companies, I don't want to get into name calling, but I feel like it, two concerns, if you will, come along. They didn't give me a copyright strike on the music that was in the video. They give me a copyright claim, which is different than a strike. One of these outfits was called CD Baby, and the other outfit was called Believe Music. Well, I filed a counter argument or a complaint or whatever you want to call it, a rebuttal, because my son is the one. If you go back to that video, it's like I say, it's called Premium Picture Slideshow with music number 348, and just listen to the music in there. My son recorded that. He developed the music. He's the composer. He's the player. He created the music, okay? And he gave me the MP3 file. He cut it into an MP3 file. It's his music. It doesn't. He's never sold it. It's never been copyrighted or anything like that. Well, that spawned me into really taking a good hard look at what I was doing on YouTube, the condition of YouTube, and I'm going to give you a few examples here as I go along, and hopefully you can understand what my concerns are, what I'm trying to say. So please pay attention. Okay, now that CD Baby, they dropped their copyright claim right within 24 hours. Boom, I got a notification from YouTube and say, oh, good news, Mr. Boren, James, or whatever have you, claim's been dropped. And I go, no, feel like swearing, but it just made me madder than all get out because I know that my son recorded that song because he was living with the wife and I at the time that he did it. He created that song back in 2011. And the only person that hasn't dropped their claim is the Believe Music. Well, believe you me, Believe Music, I think you people are a bunch of dirty heathens. But I don't care because they've got 30 days to respond, and that ain't your music. But it just made me madder than all get out. Okay. These are just points of interest, but there is a rhyme and a reason, ladies and gentlemen, why I am making this video. Okay. Talking point number 3. I've got 355 videos, okay? And this video right here will be number 356. I put a number behind them. It's for my benefit to know where I'm at, how many videos I created, and I realize that 356 videos isn't very many. I seen a guy here on YouTube the other day that had over 5,000 videos. I couldn't hardly believe that. But anyway, my videos none of them are monetized. I never ever, this is a reboot point here, I'm still going to continue to make my videos free because I don't dig that ad thing. I don't dig a lot of things that Google, i.e. YouTube, is doing. And that monetization stuff doesn't mean all that much to me. To give you guys an example, this is the 3rd time I've been on YouTube. This is my 3rd channel. And right now I only have just one channel, but this is the 3rd time I've been on YouTube. I can remember back X amount of years ago, 5 years ago or so, about that, I had 55 videos on YouTube. Just 55 videos. I had over 1 million views. That was back in my days when I was broadcasting on Blog TV, the old Blog TV. And I was worth a grand total of $6.25. I mean, that was a blasted insult as far as I was concerned. I'm not interested, ladies and gentlemen, in the monetization and all that because I know that at any one given time, Google, i.e. YouTube, can come along and change the game, the rules of the game, and there goes your money. For you folks and I realize that there's a lot of you folks that are out there that are making money, and it might be your only sole source of income, and I feel sorry for you, okay? All right, there. But right now, the way I said it's October 19th of 2017, I have 0 copyright strikes and 0 community strikes. But I know if I was to start to monetize some of my stuff, either some of my videos would probably get removed or struck down or whatever. Demonetized if I decide to go that way. That's not the way I want to roll, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. Okay, as right now, at this exact point in time, I have 776,131 views on my videos. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I do appreciate each and every one of you that's, signed up and looked at my videos, all that mushy stuff. I've got 1,421 subscribers. 1,421 subscribers. I appreciate it. I thank you. I thank each and every one of you. I don't allow comments on my videos simply because I don't want to deal with the hate and all that. And if there's something you don't understand about my videos, if I haven't made myself clear enough, I'm sorry. I apologize. Watch the video over and over and over again until you finally get it. But I'm not perfect. I'm not a Steven Spielberg. I'm not any kind of a Hollywood production or anything close. In fact, I don't even want to associate myself as an independent videographer, if you will, with this word called Hollywood, because I don't like them people. Okay, you got that out of it. And also, you can go down and watch all 356 of my videos, and nowhere will you ever say, Oh, and reach out and push the mash the subscribe button, or subscribe to me on Patreon, or give a thumbs up, or like me, or no, I don't roll that way. If you like what I do, fine. If you like what I say, fine. If not, that's fine too. But I ain't looking for no money, and I'm certainly not looking for any fame, and I'm not looking for a whole bunch of subscribers and views and all that. I've said that numerous times on my channel. Okay, my talking point number 5 is I'm highly aware, and about a year or so ago, maybe 18 months ago, YouTube started cracking down on, or I shouldn't say cracking down, but how can I put this? Their advertisers were starting to pull away from them because certain ads were being run in certain videos, and these advertisers were objecting to it. So YouTube come along and started this mass demonetization and censoring and strike program. All because they developed a bunch of logarithms or whatever have you. I call them fish algorithms or search algorithms that are keying in on certain things, like the way you title a file and the tags and what the content is and whatever here. Here again, I feel sorry for you folks that this has happened to you. From the beginning of this channel, I knew I wasn't going to get involved in that advertising. See, I can smile about that now, but not because I'm trying to make fun of you people that are losing ad revenue or your videos are being taken down, but I'm aware. I've watched enough complaint videos on YouTube to know what's going on. Some videos probably deserve to be censored or got strikes against them, but I'm sure some people, there's probably a lot of people that they don't deserve any of that, okay? I just thought I'd throw that in. And getting talking point number 6, getting back onto these logarithms, I'm not a computer programmer, blah, 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 or any of that other kind of stuff. But I just know that Google, i.e. YouTube, is using some kind of phishing logarithms or search logarithms, and what they're doing, is they're taking a look at the name of your video. They're taking a look at your tag words. And naturally, of course, all videos get run through some kind of DNA software for this music copyright business I was hollering about a little while ago. Well, believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, and here's a reboot point again. My videos are just simple, to the point. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm not trying to do anything. My main thing in my videos, ladies and gentlemen, is I just wanted to share a little bit of Montana, a little bit of my knowledge, a little bit of the outdoors, a little fishing, that kind of stuff. And like I say, I apologize because I've gotten off the trail, so to speak. Okay, and I'm talking point number 7, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to create any controversy here, but you can fool those with logarithms. You're going to have to learn to name your video something else. I know it's plumb crazy. You're probably going to have to develop a different way of tagging your videos. You might even have to go as far as disguising your voice and hiding your face and all that, because, this is all about money, ladies and gentlemen. This is all about these stupid advertisers and all that, and squashing the independent videographer, if you will. Putting independent individual people down. That sort of stuff. I guess I could have worded it better than that, but that's about as good as I can do. Okay, now talking point number 8. Now I've waited and waited and waited for a couple, 3 weeks here now to say anything about the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino Massacre at that Harvest 91 you know, Route 91 harvest, you know, that mass shooting that went on there. Okay, I'm not gonna at the end of my little talk here, I'll explain to you what I can't tell you what went on there, because the simple fact of the matter is I watched a lot of videos and a lot of theories and everything, but I had to start making peace with myself. And I'm a veteran, and I'm also, when I was in the United States Army, I was an expert with an M60 machine gun. Now, there's no such a thing as a gun in the military, but that's a story for a different day. They wanted to call our rifles a piece, a girlfriend, or, you know, whatever, but anything but a gun, you know. But the thing of it is, I wasn't there. So all I got to do was rely on a bunch of goofy, screwed up YouTube videos and mainstream media, which is, you know, they all lie and all that kind of stuff. So that leaves a guy like me sitting way up here in Livingston, Montana going, that's just what they want. Did you hear me? That's just what they want. They want confusion and fear. I'm going to explain that here in a minute. And by the way, while I'm at it, my sincere condolences go out to the people that lost loved ones and the bloodshed and all of that. And I mean it, because the title of this video and everything has nothing to do with that Las Vegas October 1st mass shootings. See? And then, now there's a tip in there for you about how you can talk about something and maybe label your video something else. I know that's deceptive, but then as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of deceptive things that go on in the internet. There's a lot of deceptive things that go on with the government. There's a lot of deceptive things that go on with the FBI, the CIA, and this list goes on and on and on. Okay. You know, but the thing is, the reason why I brought up that is with horror, with disgust, almost to the point where it just about made me cry, the amount of clickbait videos that I seen. And I didn't even know what the term clickbait was until I really, you know, got to see it for myself. I mean, some of them bodies weren't even cooled down from death yet, and all these videos start springing out on YouTube about, well, this happened and it was a terrorist attack and there was 100 shooters and multiple shooters and this and that, and people springing out of the woodwork from everywhere. You know, but what really craps me out is how come there isn't, with all the people that were there, in that venue, in that fairgrounds or whatever you want to call it, where that country western festival was going on, how come there isn't more clearer videos? You know, instead of these real shaky, blurry things. You know, there's just something really wrong with this whole doggone thing. And I also might want to say this. I know from a military, I'm not buying what the police are saying or the government or anything like that, because this thing stinks to high heaven. But I'm going to say this much. You take one guy that was really trained and knew, like especially that old M60 that I had in Vietnam. That was a fully automatic belt-fed 308. And I'm sitting here to tell you, I took a look on Google Maps on how far that man with them broken windows, you know, and all that stuff were onto that venue, onto that fairgrounds, and all that. And I can guarantee you, back in my younger day, I would never do this. But I can guarantee you that if I had a 60 like what I had in Vietnam and everything like that, I could have killed probably a lot more than 58 people. I'm just saying. It's possible, but given this guy's background and everything, his panic guy and whatnot have you, it's highly improbable, you know. He might be just some made-up person or the CIA made up anyway. The whole thing, that whole thing stinks from high to high heaven. But my point being is I'm getting off track here. That's why I use an index card, which I call my teleprompter. But my whole thing is all these conspiracy theories and these clickbait videos and stuff coming out when people don't know any more about it than I do. In order for me to formulate some kind of opinion, I would have had to have been there, okay? It's just that simple. I would have had to have been part of I would have had to have my eyeballs working, my ears going, and all that kind of stuff, and I could have better told if there was multiple shooters or all this other kind of stuff. So I don't like clickbait videos. That's part of my, you won't see me doing that, and that's part of my YouTube reboot here, if you will. Okay, number 9, I'm just saying this to show you people what kind of a world that we live in. It really doesn't have anything to do with my, this YouTube reboot, channel reboot video that I'm making right here, but I might as well throw this in while I got your attention. Okay, it's like this, ladies and gentlemen. 9/11. You know what I'm talking about. 9/11, when supposedly the terrorists flew them 2 planes into the Twin Towers, and then World Trade Center number 7 fell down 4 or 5 hours later, or 6 hours, or whatever it was. Look, I was just like every other American, completely fooled, because I'm admittedly a disgruntled Vietnam veteran, and I told my wife when that crap happened. In fact, when that miserable massacre, that was another massacre, by the way. When that happened, my wife told me, she says, I wouldn't be surprised if we bombed ourselves. And man, boy, I looked at her, I just couldn't believe it. I guess I deserve comments like that after her being married to an old grumpy Vietnam veteran like me all these years, But the simple fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, that 9/11 was an inside job. I've watched hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of footage and listened to PhDs in the subject of building, structural engineering, material composition, and all this stuff. And there is just no way, if you look at this thing in a logical, scientific standpoint, those planes running into that building, the initial fuel it burned off immediately. Those buildings came down due to some kind of other force, whether it be a controlled demolition, thermite, or whatever have you. And what I highly encourage each and every one of you to do is do a lot of studying on that 9/11 thing, situation, disaster, and there's no way that the 9/11 Commission or the government's report on this is right. There's no way. It doesn't hold water. There was other forces at work. There's a lot of people out there that believe that the Israelis, and no, I'm not anti-Semitic, and no, I don't hate Jews. In fact, I don't even know any Jews, to be quite frank with you. But there's a lot of people that believe that Israel had something to do with that, because they want the United States to jump right in there and start this war on terrorism to kind of help protect them. Now whether this is true or not, I don't know. But I just know one thing: the government's explanation for those buildings falling down is completely wrong. Those buildings were exploded, imploded, pancaked down on each other with other things other than those planes. And those planes might not even have been planes. They could have been some kind of a cruise missile that was made to look like an airplane, But that thing just stunk to high heaven. And the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tie all this stuff together is because I'm making a reboot video. I don't plan on making a lot of these kind of videos In fact, I don't plan on making hardly any more of these videos because part of my YouTube reboot is going to be going in a different direction, and time will tell what I'm going to be doing, you know. But I would encourage you, like I say, you know, a lot of Americans just won't face up to the fact that the government either knew about it or had something to do with it, or the Israelis were part of this, or whoever. I'm not saying. It's just like that Mandalay Bay thing. I don't really know what happened there. I would have had to have been there. It's just like I would have had to have been in New York City around the Twin Towers to kind of get some kind of an idea. But I know doggone well, after all the research I've done in the last few months or so on 9/11, I am convinced that that was an inside job. And they did all that because they wanted that war over the Middle East. And, you know, a number of things. They wanted to get Saddam Hussein. They wanted to get free up the flow of oil and on like that. You know, okay, whatever. Like I've been known to say this before. In my humble opinion, the government doesn't need any excuses to go to war. Not in this day and age. They just go to war. You know, it's plumb ridiculous. Okay, and number 10. This is the final thing I've got to say in my little YouTube reboot of my channel here. And that is the big why, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is just me talking. This is just my theory. You can believe whatever you want to. I'm not pushing no kind of agenda. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm more into the natural beauty of this earth and blah, 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 and you know, like that. I'm part Native American, Indian. I got a little bit of Cherokee in me. I was raised up here in the state of Montana, and that's all I've ever wanted to do is to bring the beauty of nature to people and not all of this, you know, clickbait videos, hype, hoopla, whatever have you. You know, I just don't buy into that. That's not me. But this is my theory. This is the big why of why we've got so much division in this world, why we've got so much hate and all that. This stuff, ladies and gentlemen, has been perpetrated on you. It's been influenced on you, if that's the right words I can say. Now pay attention to me. I got some very simple math here to the big why. And this would go on, this would explain the Mandalay Bay thing and 9/11 and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, listen to me. In 1960, we had 3 billion people on the face of this planet. In 1960, just 3 billion, which is still a lot of people. Okay, in this year, 2017, like I say, for reference purpose, today is October 19th of 2017. We have got 7.5 billion people on the face of this planet. In other words, in the last 57 years, the population of the United States is more than doubled. Did you hear me? More than doubled. So it is very safe to say that in 50 years, at the rate that we're at right now, every 50 years, pay attention please, the population of the world doubles. Okay? That holding true, which math doesn't lie, let's just round this year off for, you know, for argument's sake, to 2020, you know, instead of 2017. Okay, you add 50 years onto that, and that would make it would make this the year 2070. And we're going to be looking at the rate that we're going, population doubling every 50 years, we're going to be looking at 15 to 18 billion people on the face of this earth, maybe even as high as 20 billion. Now, the evil people, the evil ones, the Illuminati, the one world government, whoever these people are, because my channel isn't based on all that stuff. But the evil ones, they don't want this. Because for number one, we do not, at the rate that mankind is went about destroying this earth and polluting and screwing up water supplies and on and on and on, you can only imagine where my head's going, ladies and gentlemen. What I really believe is mass murders throughout the world, not just the United States, are going to keep happening. They're going to keep killing off as many people as they can to keep the population down. And I know that's one of the reasons why they send young bucks off to war. You follow what I'm saying? That's part of the big why. Because after X amount of years, there are going to be so many people crawling on the face of this planet that we just do not have the resource. Now, back in my broadcasting days, I had a fellow start arguing with me when, because I put this theory forward and said, "Oh, Jim, you're full of crap. We can go up and live in Antarctica, and there's thousands, millions of acres up there." And all this stuff. Look at here. Have any one of you people that's looking at this video ever tried to do anything or tried to survive in conditions of 70 below? Because I'm a Montanan. The coldest I've ever tried to do anything in is 50 below. I worked on a Jeep one time outside. I had a dead battery, a leaking fuel pump. I had to change the fuel pump, and I had a leaking fuel line. Real minor things that should only taken me about an hour, but it was 50 degrees below zero. And I kept having to run in the house every 10 minutes to warm up my fingertips and warm myself up. And it took me 3 hours to get that job done. You can't live, most people cannot live in places where it's 70 degrees, 60 degrees below zero. Stuff like that. There's some places on this earth that are not inhabitable. We might be able to make it inhabitable. There's a lot of things that we could do, but we gotta stop making wars. These evil people that are trying to control you with fear, and that's another thing. A lot of this stuff that's going on is generated to make you afraid, to terrorize you so you don't get together with your friends. It's just like the NFL. You've got that big controversy going on with, the national anthem and the football players kneeling, and there's not very many people at the football games not. Has anybody ever thought, yeah, okay, I can understand that situation. Don't exactly dig it, Eric. But what about the fact that people are afraid to get in groups? Has anybody ever thought of that? They're afraid to assemble themselves in groups because they might get mass murdered. I mean, that could be going on. Say the evil ones, the people that wanna control you through money and fear and all this stuff, they don't care how many people they kill. They don't. It's like they want to weed out the poor, the blacks, the poor white people. And that's another thing for my black brothers and sisters out there. We're all, here I am, a white cracker. That's a little joke, okay? But we're all in this thing together. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. But these people, like I say, call them the Illuminati, the One World Government, the World Bank, the Federal Reserve, whatever have you. But they want division in people. They want people to be mad. They want people to hate each other and all this other kind of crap. And they don't care who they kill. And that's before I close out this file, I'm going to tell you this. These mass murders are not going to stop. They aren't. They're not going to stop. And that, as sad as this sounds, that Mandalay Bay is just one part of the iceberg, so to speak. I'm not going to say it's the tip of the iceberg, but it's part of the iceberg. And do I have any insight on where the next mass murder might take place? No, I don't. I'm not a wizard or I don't have a magic crystal ball or any of this other stuff. But I just know that we live in a sorry, mad, angry-filled, scary type of world. But I'm going to say this before I close. This is part of my reboot. In the future, I am going to try to make upbeat videos that just, don't have anything to do with controversies, conspiracies, or any of that. And I can just hear some hater back there saying, well, what's the matter? Aren't you afraid to be an independent, stick up for what you believe in, blah, blah, blah. I got news for you people. I was traumatized to death by the Vietnam War. The government can't do anything more to me than what's already been done. And I fought for 8 years to win my adjudication for PTSD, and what that did is it opened up the door for 10 to 15 to 20 to maybe 50 more vets getting adjudicated. So nobody can say that I haven't done anything for the United States of America, especially for us veterans, because I have. Because I've made a few videos and stuff, trying to tell my story and, helping guys with VA claims and different things like that. But in my old age, I just want to live in peace and to be able to pass that on. And if there's something wrong with that, then there's something wrong with you. It's that simple. So you need to start analyzing you. Because like in my case, when it comes to this reboot, this YouTube reboot thing, I refuse to make clickbait videos, drama videos, guessing videos. Maybe this happened, maybe that happened. I just got done telling you why. The evil powers just want to kill as many people as they can. They don't care what country you're in either. That's just the way I believe. You can believe whatever you want to, but that's what I believe. Okay, I've rambled on long enough. From here on out, I'm going to try to make videos that are short, to the point, and just try to, make videos that are kind and gentle and that kind of stuff, because here it is. I'm no dummy, ladies and gentlemen. I know how evil that certain people are on the face of this planet. It's that simple. And what I am telling you to do is don't play the game. Don't you be that way. Don't play the game. That's how you win against these people. And that's putting it lightly. I hope you understood what I just got done saying. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. This video is a lot longer than I normally do these sit-down type of videos. I really don't like it when that camera's trained on me or my iPhone 6S Plus. It's kind of amazing. I can sit down and talk to my family, talk to the next door neighbor, no problems at all. You get me in front of this camera where I know I'm going to publish a video, and all of a sudden my brain turns to mush. That's something kind of weird about that. But then again, a lot of times I came socially to the internet in the latter part of 2008, and there's been a lot of times I wished I hadn't have done so. Believe you me, especially back in my broadcasting days. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Do some soul searching. Take into consideration what I've had to say, and we'll see you on down the trail.